Planets race chat. Okay. Okay, this might actually work. Okay. Well, I may be live on some platform. Couldn't tell you.
I just found you're live on Twitch.
Nice. All right, I'll pop up my chat so I can look at them, and then I'll be good. Sorry about this delay. Like I really thought I had everything under control. But
well,
your voices are coming through.
Much time to set it back up.
Yeah, no kidding. It's not even. It's not fully set up.
All of it, I guess.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I mean, you can just blame it on a Windows update, even if it's not Windows' fault. Because Windows updates are all usually trash.
Okay, we have Twitch is here and YouTube is open. So far as I care, that's all I need. So let's get this thing on the road. I'm going to launch up my game. All right, going to Enigma. Again, I apologize, guys. New game. What's the word? The world is Rhodesia, and we're gonna go hard mode.
Yep.
Any other crazy rules I need to know about?
Nope, because everything else is just built into the seed. But just know that there's ship hits on, and that like basically all the different E-tank and beam amp types are enabled.
Ship hints on, and pretty much everything's enabled. 7 areas, 4 bosses. Okay, looks good to me. All right, I hit the OK. We're good.
Yeah, I decided to use Infinite Mission partially just because I was curious, but also because I don't know if when your next race will be, or if there even will be one. So I thought it would be a nice send off to use your pack for.
Got a surprise pop up that said, "This may have difficult." You know how it is.
Yeah, the pop ups because of that skull.
All right. Oh, I actually didn't properly set my chats. All right, we'll try to set them now. So I lose a couple seconds. Oh well, hey, here we are, playing the game. Okay, cool. Let's actually try to play this thing. So, how you guys been? I know it's been a while.
Nope, can't get that thing.
Yep. Oh, I see. I don't really remember the.
Did you ever get
I
that
remember what the
village
trick is here.
names thing done, or are you still working on it?
Depends on what you mean by the village names thing.
Or built. Well, you said there was like some work.
No, yeah, specifically like yesterday, some guy from Greg Tech New Horizons said, "Hey, we want to work with your mod, but do you have the most available version updated?" And I said no, and I spent some time doing that. Other than that, I did add 1 building, but I still have 3 more to go before I can start, like, seriously porting it.
Kind of interesting that it adds new buildings when the mod name is village name, so you'd assume it just adds names to villages.
Yeah, it underwent feature creep. It used to just be village names, but doing that required adding, like modifying the central well, and then from there I learned how to add things, and then I wanted to add names to other things, and other things included the monument with the Guardians, so I backported the monument and the Guardians to 1.7, it just went out of control. Now I backported like villager skins and added new ones and added new village types. It's just a whole thing. Baby's first mod.
It would be cool, honestly, to backport entire... maybe there will be technology to do it someday, but it would be really cool to be able to backport or forward port entire Minecraft mods in like an easy-to-do way, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
People have tried.
As an excessive amount of work expected to be done automatically.
Yeah, there's so
cool,
much of the
'cause
code base has
there's
changed
a lot
that...
of really cool mods that are only available for really old versions or really new versions or anywhere in between.
Yeah, well, one issue with that is that 1.9 introduces the offhand and the new combat type, and so automatically a ton of stuff aren't compatible. 1.8 uses block states rather than just individual blocks and their meta values, so you need to be able to conform to that system. A lot of back-end stuff has to be accommodated. And people have made something called Compat Layer, if I remember correct, this is from years ago, that allows you to play some 1.8 mods on 1.7. And 1.9 and 10 are very highly compatible to the point where I have been able to update and port some of my mods without literally changing a thing other than just the version number that I write into the meta file. So they're like fully compatible. But there's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
1.12 does away with achievements and has
mod that
advancements.
New village types. That did make me think of a village mod for the newest version, or no, actually it's not. I don't think it is for the newest version, but it's for some of the newest versions of the game. I think it's like 1.20 or something.
Oh.
It might be 1.21 now, but I could be wrong. Which was the
I've lost
integrated
track.
villages mod. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
No, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with anything past 1.12.
But basically,
I really
it's
only
part
play
of this
7.
collection. It's a part of a collection of mods by this one guy who even made a mod pack based around this concept.
You
but he
actually
made-
had a race going.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do it async.
Are you surprised, Chungus?
Yes, I'm gonna run 2 seats tonight. That means I can't stay in chat because I'm going to be hearing spoilers.
Yep.
Spoilers, it's hard to
Well,
mod
nice
for
to see you
Minecraft
around.
versions.
But what I was about to tell you, Tibbs, was that the integrated Minecraft mods and the mod pack are based around the idea of having mods interact with each other. So like a lot of mods will have like they'll be completely separate from each other. So you might have one tech mod that's completely incompatible with this other tech mod and this magic mod. But the integrated series is like avoiding that, so you'll have it has like
Sometimes
custom
mods take it
villages.
upon themselves to do that. I've done that with village names and other mods. Made compatibility with other...
So this is basically the newest Minecraft version of it, are the integrated series. So for example, they have the integrated structures and dungeons, which are mixed with blocks from vanilla and a bunch of different mods, and then they have the same thing for a stronghold,
Good,
which also
great,
makes
thanks.
the stronghold like
Good, great,
really
thanks.
big and full of puzzles. And then they also, their newest one is integrated villages, which adds all sorts of create materials and like pork and whatever
Hi, Nico.
blocks and things to the villages. Hearing that that's part of village names too, that makes it seem like your mod is actually very similar to his mod. It's just for an older version.
Most of the reason it has that compatibility is because Village Names has custom villages, and those buildings are based off of blocks that don't exist in the old versions I mod for, and a lot of other mods have backported them, so I reference those other mods' backports. I very frequently do that.
Or backports of blocks added to vanilla Minecraft after 1.7.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. But sometimes multiple mods take it upon themselves to do that.
Time they added offhand.
Well, my mod pack is for 1.7, which is before they added offhand. So if you ever give a damn, that pack is there, ready to embrace you and probably slap you around a little bit.
I actually prefer the newer combat, but I do understand why some people prefer the older one. But I just think the old one is way more simplified and less interesting because it doesn't have the
I agree with you. I agree with you, but that's also a very difficult thing to implement. People have been having difficulty backporting that for 1.7.
Although they haven't had issue forward porting the old combat to the newest update, because there's actually a pretty simple nostalgia-based Minecraft mod that adds stuff from like the beta stuff of the game to the newest version, and one of them is adding the old combat to the new Minecraft.
If you care about nostalgia that much, don't play 1.20.
The biggest
Seems
issue with the
pretty
new
obvious.
combat is that they didn't prioritize weapons hitting mobs instead of frickin' bushes.
Oh yeah, but there's a very simple mod fixing that called Swing Through Grass, which means just allows you to swing through grass.
Yeah, I would love that. That's actually kind of a nice mod to have for 7 as well, even irrespective of the combat update. You're right though. It should prioritize entities over other blocks.
Yeah, like, back when I watched a lot of Minecraft and played it all and stuff, that was the absolute main complaint I ever came across, was I'm trying to fight a creeper or something, oh, I hit a bush instead and blew up my face.
To a skill issue, lol.
That should not be a thing.
At the same time, though, that same update also added the shield, which means that you can block the creeper and take almost no damage. Sometimes.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
that's
it
a
just
bandage
goes through your
solution.
shield.
That's like, oh, I can't kill this thing when I should be able to. I guess I could at
Sometimes
least
it
avoid
blocks,
all the
like,
damage.
90% or 100% of the damage, and then sometimes the creeper somehow like goes through your shield entirely and pierces through it, and it's not really clear what the factor is. I think it's the direction of players facing.
Probably is. But yeah, that's the idea, is that
I've
the
always
shields actually
played
take
completely
all
one
damage,
shield
which is kind of
every
cool.
concern.
Why did I not go through this way?
Nothing actually did something.
But I do remember you saying if you like nostalgia, don't play 1.20, but the idea of those nostalgia mods is if you want the aesthetic of beta 1.7.3, but you also want all the features of 1.20.
The aesthetic can be achieved with a resource pack, though.
Well, aesthetic, but then also there's mods that make the world gen like beta 1.7.3, because there was like an update before 1.7 even. Actually, I think 1.7 was the update that changed it, but there were some updates that made the world terrain less interesting for a lot.
1.7 was the update that changed the world, in fact.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember coming.
That's
across
actually what
a
it's
lot of
called.
Cool world designs, and at some point, nope, it's all flat.
But I also think there's a big change in the world design between beta 1.7.3 and then also Minecraft, the Alpha edition, which were the last builds between 1.0. So there's mods that give the beta 1.7.3 generation to 1.20, and some people like that.
I also don't like... Another thing that I don't like is the new health regen when you're filled, because I like you pacing yourself. Like, it comes back slowly, and that makes a lot more sense, and then you gotta think more about what you do. Where the hell am I going, guys? Can I actually do that? No. I can do this.
I should probably try Minecraft again, because there's a lot of new mod packs since I last played. Or any version, really, because there's great mod packs for every version of the game. Or every version of the game that has good mods, because there's some versions that have, like, almost no mods. Like, there's almost no mods for 1.13 or for 1. Or for, like, 1.
Well, 13 has a good reason why it barely has any mods for it. Oh, great. Really?
Yeah, I think 1.13 made some changes that messed up a lot of stuff for modding, and it only got fixed in 1.14.4, which is when there were actually good mods again.
It didn't just mess it up, it just completely changed the code base. Like, I couldn't even mod the game. Like, I couldn't bring my mod forward to 13, and I don't think I'd want to, because it changes the setup for villages so much that this new feature that I added with the big complex new villages would have just been sunk.
Well, if
So,
you look at Curse
good
Force,
riddance,
there's a
really.
bunch of mods that have versions for 1.12.2, and then also they skip to 1.14.4, and then they either also have 1.15.2, or they skip right ahead to 1.16.5, which means a lot of them just skip 1.13 entirely and go straight to the texture update. Because
I think 2B2T
there's no
even
point.
skipped 1.13. That was the first time they've skipped a version.
Yeah, so like Mousy's Mobs, for instance, which actually there was a room in yesterday's race that was based on the Ferris Rotnut from Mousy's Mobs. It was a room I made, but Mousy's Mobs, I believe it first came out for 1.12.2, but it might have been 1.7.10. But it skipped 1.13 and went straight to 1.14.4 just because 1.14.4 was more popular than 1.13 because, well, it's newer, of course.
13 is the first version that also adds stuff that I just simply don't like. So, like, I have every reason to not care about anything past 12. Okay,
No,
great,
I
cool.
wouldn't go that far. There's a lot of good stuff past 12. I just wouldn't do.
Yeah, there is good stuff past 12. However, there is the first stuff that I don't like. It's the first version that has stuff I don't like. A lot of the cool stuff from...
Aquatic update and making the oceans less boring?
I like the idea of less boring, but I don't like the idea of the buried treasure chests because they trivialize finding diamonds. I do like
Not
swimming,
really,
but, you
really,
know,
not-
mods.
They're
Yeah, oh
pretty
yeah, you
RNG.
just... Well, yeah, but, like, very quickly you can get diamonds just by looking out for buried treasure. I remember seeing a demonstration of that. The trident
I mean, diamonds
is cool
aren't
in any other game, but
terribly
it's just not
rare
right for
anyway
Minecraft.
nowadays.
14
Not
had
compared
the
to
Nether
Emerald,
update, and I know somebody who managed to backport most of that content and add upon it, so, like, that stuff I appreciate. That stuff's in my mod pack. I would love to have an expanded world height, but that's very difficult to do for 1.7.
I mean, there's also a solution mod packs past 1.12 have made to that problem you said. That doesn't. Some of them probably do just remove the buried treasure, but
We might be going that way.
I'm guessing some.
Koopa, I have a question.
Hi,
I have a
Quinn.
question concerning your race settings. You mean I have to play this in hard mode?
Oh no.
So why the hard mode?
We were going to, but I guess it's not getting recorded anymore, so
Why it's not getting recorded?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Talk to the
Because
man.
I wanted Hero Fire to race, and he doesn't want to play on hard mode.
Okay, so it's not hard mode, just regular mode.
Yeah, you can just play on regular mode.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing on hard because that was the idea originally, but whatever.
Okay, I'll just play it in normal mode.
Like when you happened to catch me when when my setup was all screwed up and I had to fight with OBS and everything, so hey. I'm glad it's working this much. I couldn't even calibrate my stupid VTuber avatar.
What I was in the middle of saying before Sky showed up again was that one of the solutions to that problem of diamonds being too easy to find is that a lot of modern mod packs will just make the game much harder so that you aren't gonna want diamonds that much anyway, and they're just a stepping stone to like 10 new layers of progression that are stronger than diamond.
Well, I like the idea of something progressing past diamond. Okay, right. This is not gonna work. I do like that idea of something progressing past diamond, and I like the way that they implemented it for the, what is it, the netherite, because it requires gold, which previously has been kind of worthless. So that's kind of cool. And it's not even categorically better than diamond, right? Like, I think
And it's also
not as
much
good in certain
rarer, 'cause,
categories.
like ancient debris is very difficult to find, and
Yes.
it basically requires you using TNT, and it's dangerous too because of all the lava in the nether caves. So a lot of the ancient debris will be covered up by lava, so it's best to get fire resistance potions.
Oh wait, when you said waves, did you were you waving to me, or were you mentioning that I had wave beam or fighting waivers? Coop's a big talker, so you'll have to forgive when I take a while to respond. Actually, was there a thing up here that I can get? Yes, but no.
One thing I do find pretty cool is that 2 of the oldest Minecraft Dimension mods are still available for like the newest version of the game, and those would be the Twilight Forest and the Aether.
Oh yeah, Twilight Forest has been there since the beginning. I'm a little surprised about Aether, but I know that people have been updating versions of them for 1.7. People have been going through the motions for 1.7 Aether.
But they also basically what happened was that the Aether was discontinued for like a long time after 1.12.2, where there was also an Aether 2 mod, but that basically got canceled. Or maybe it's still in development, I don't know, but it seems like it got canceled to me. But then they decided to update the Aether mod to 1.19.2 and 1.20.1 and onwards. And that version has add-on mods that add new biomes and new bosses and new dungeons and stuff. There's even one that has like compatibility between the Aether and Twilight Forest, so you'll find some like Twilight Forest structures in the Aether, but using Aether blocks. That's cool.
I have to make a little admission here. I don't really know where to go.
Me neither. Is this seed broken?
I hope not, because that's gonna be a problem for Infinite Mission. I've been trying to avoid that kind of crap.
Yeah, and I'm literally only using Infinite Mission, so if it is broken, then it's not really on me.
No, I wouldn't blame you if a seed's broken. Unless there was some obvious room in there that you just didn't curate, like the old gummy fusion rooms.
Yeah, but those I'm not.
That one power up.
Right now,
well, you're not. I know, but like, you'd never on your first release, it locked me up like immediately. Like, what the hell is this? And then I kicked your ass.
For a second, I almost.
Oh, I just never. Sorry, I never went through this door.
Those gummy template rooms, the ones that you played in that race seed I sent you that I didn't curate, and they ended up being like basically generic, like template rooms that were never finished. They were all just like blank color squares that were all gray.
Oh. Yeah, that too. Curate your rooms, man.
It was like a one-time mistake. Also, I'm gonna get rid of
they all
most of
say.
the MST rooms because you definitely did not like that brain room, and I did not either.
That was a poop room. I was actually telling my wife about that. Right when we were going off to the park. I said, oh, I'm gonna join the stream today, so like, Coop had me just go into voice chat and play one of these worlds. He's like, yeah, it's a pretty good world, and then I got to it, and it's like 85-90% of it is fine to good, and all it takes is a few poop rooms. It just taint the experience, and that's all you can think about. So I talked about the mother brain room. I talked about the room where you had to do combat to unlock an item, but you still had the lava dive to get that item. It's just strange, cruel design. Finally, something. I got something. Holy hell.
All of the bad rooms were made by one person. Well, okay, some of the ugly rooms were made by Gummy because they weren't finished, but all of the bad gameplay rooms were made by MST.
That is a thing I can go to. I will check that out imminently. Jesus, I finally found something. Finally found an upgrade that feels a little long overdue. Oh, where does this go? Oh, right. Okay. Okay, that doesn't work at all. Got it. Understood.
No?
I just can't get that. Forget it. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. This is a Crade Facility 1-3. I'm gonna take note of this one. I think this needs to be looked at.
Because of the visuals or the gameplay?
As soon as you step into the room, there's a side hopper there that just crash into you. Like it's like right up your nose. that's not the best placement for that. It may have been fine coming in the other direction, but not this way.
I'm guessing it's because the room was made before 1.3A, where the new knockback.
No, it doesn't matter. Knockback or not, that thing would hit you if you don't have like Phantom Core or something on.
Oh no,
Or
I agree it's a
you
bad
had, like-
design decision either way. I'm saying the author probably saw it as more forgivable when.
I don't. Well,
the knockback-
I don't think the author thought about it. I think the author just put it there, without considering what would happen.
Yeah, probably.
So it's not horrible, but I'm gonna have another close
I mean,
look
it is
at
on
it.
hard mode, to be honest.
Well, even if it wasn't hard, I mean that makes it hurt more, literally. But even if it wasn't for hard mode, I would have been like, why did they do this? I've taken out a number of Doc Hell rooms because there's unavoidable damage unless you have bombs in a couple of cases. I did
And
tell
I'm
him
guessing
about it
most
though.
of those he just didn't think about either. I might actually.
No,
go
that's
back and
definitely the
fix them.
case. You probably
I think
design
I'll
the
go
room
back
first,
and
throw the
fix
enemies
them.
down
If I
later.
remember correctly, Doc Hell gave me permission to like fix any of broken rooms, and
Yeah, of course.
I think he'd be fine with me counting as a broken thing.
Jesus. I didn't fire any missiles until I had 45 of them. Isn't that something? Missiles, a whole 45.
Yeah, the location of missiles in this one's
Can I say there's a logic path issue here?
where?
Well,
You say it,
based
I
on
mean...
what the scanner wants me to do and what I need to get to it.
Okay, this sounds like somebody didn't path their room right. Take note of what room that is, and let me and the author know about it.
Oh, is this an infinite mission generated?
Yeah, this is Infinite Mission exclusive.
Okay, well I need high jump to get to what is considered the third item in the game.
Wait, that's not what I'm struggling with. What I'm struggling with is how to find. I'm struggling with something.
Okay,
completely
well
different.
the ship scanner, the ship scanner is pointing at an item that pretty much looks like I need high jump to get to. And high jump, I did find high jump, but it's not in the order.
I was able
find
to.
out- I'll find
I
out
was
here.
able to get both of them, and I don't think I did anything to break logic.
That doesn't mean the room's not busted, but it just happens to work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
now
worth
I
a
just
look
got
at.
Another item out of logic.
If we have some idea, well, I mean, if you set yourself up out of logic one time, then anything goes. But that's probably the consequence of one room's mistake. So I would be interested in knowing what room that is if we could somehow ascertain that.
And we could even switch to use. It's pretty early, so we could even switch to using. Oh no, you deleted them. Well, I could just regenerate this. Never mind.
The room, I'm making progress. I have whatever the scanner wanted me to get. So, like, I haven't had to break logic
I
yet.
need to get what the scanner wanted me to get because I have no clue how to get to it, to be honest. So I have a map scan charged up and I can scan it because it seems like the seed is impossible, but I don't think it is. Oh, my nose is
Wait,
there.
you think the seed might be impossible now? Uh-oh.
No, never mind. I just realized I missed something.
Yeah, it's
I'm
that
already
weird
a boss
feeling.
down and I have 5 majors.
All that happened
Oh, you found
is
a boss?
I died in
Jesus.
a room and never
I've
went
got
back
4.
there, and
I've
then I
got 4
realized.
majors, and like the game's telling me to go pick up a major I can't get.
Are we counting the
this is
missile launcher
before
as a
I picked
major
up-
here?
Yes.
Then I've
Yes.
got, let's see.
Actually, yeah, if we're counting metal, I got 6 majors.
I think I've got 5.
No, I don't. So, well, I won't say which ones I have because. See?
I think it's a
I had
fair
2.
cop that you're supposed to get the missile launcher not too far in.
Oh. If you
Missile
not
launcher was
watching
in
the
an evil
tournament,
spot. I'll say that.
Where is this gonna go?
So unless I'm heading to it now, maybe I'm heading to it now and I don't realize it. Could be wrong. Hold on.
Well,
Maybe.
I hope all of you have enjoyed the seed so far.
It has been inoffensive so far.
Well, I mean that kind of makes sense.
Okay. I stepped into a hazard room. I had like 3 health and died immediately.
For a second, I thought you were laughing at me saying that makes sense because it's infinite mission that it would be inoffensive.
No, I'm not gonna. Oh shit! This
And that's
room,
not
oh
an
dear.
insult, by the way,
Oh, this
because that
sucks.
means There's nothing offensive about any of the rooms.
Okay, never mind. It's fine.
This is an unfun room
It really
to
did look
take
like it
on
was out of order.
in hard mode.
I'm good. No, it's good. Never mind. False alarm.
That's a jump scare. Why? Why did the jump not happen? Why did you not jump, you dumb bastard?
Jumpy bastard.
I need to jump somewhere, and she just decided to fall off the ledge, hit a zoomer, and die. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to do this room.
Hey,
I don't want to do this room with my pet.
Found the mistake I made.
Not without the barrier suit. Oh, not this one, too. That's fine. Merciful Blaggles. Dying is not gamer strats. Yeah. I mean, that is correct. Oh, that would be nice to get. I don't think I can get it. I think I'm gonna bail out of this area, actually. I cannot believe that didn't kill me. Oh, I might get the thing. I might get the thing. Get the hell out of here, man. Is there anything interesting beneath me here?
On the floor.
Not interesting enough. What? Where? Okay. Dude, fuck. Come on, man. Oh. I hate bugs. This is, like, I think I said this to a Coop, but this game makes me hate bugs, where I normally love bugs.
It also makes you hate grass.
Yeah, I already hated grass, actually, because,
You're allergic. Are you allergic to it like I am?
I actually am allergic to grass, but here in Texas it gets especially nasty. And our lawnmower broke, so we have a lot of grass in our yard.
To not be allergic to grass anymore, so it's almost completely gone away.
Lucky you. No, it's brutal here, and then our lawn was awful because our lawnmower broke.
You know, I remember you saying that you're not the biggest fan of the desert and its aesthetic, but I can think of one big positive of the desert and living in Arizona or New Mexico, which is that you don't have to deal with grass, like, ever, almost.
That's true. When we were out at Big Bend, I had 0 allergy problems, which was incredible.
Well, okay, technically, you might have issues with grass in Arizona if you go to a golf course, but other than that, you're good.
Well, I'm not gonna go to a golf course, and also that's pretty minimal. That's a big if you go to a golf course. I think I'll just spend a couple hours there, and then that's not really gonna do me in, you know?
Plus, I don't even know if you like golf.
No. I have no interest in golf.
I can find mini golf relaxing sometimes, but I'm not, like, into it. Like, it's something I'll do if I have nothing else to do, basically.
Yeah, if I was stranded on an island and I had no other form of entertainment and there was a mini golf course, you know, what the hell? Why not just practice my putt? Got nothing else to do.
Yeah, although realistically, I could say that of, like, almost anything other than, like, doing push-ups. I would never do that even if I was stranded on an island. Because I don't think I'm physically capable of it, or if I am, it's painful for some reason.
That just means you're out of shape.
Or it means that I've been doing them wrong, but I don't really care to learn how to do them right. I haven't taken PE in like 2 years, because I'm in my final year of high school and almost done with it.
I'm in my final year of life, and I don't care to learn about this exercise.
And to be fair, I still walk a lot, so it's not like I'm having no exercise, it's just that most of it isn't in my upper body.
We got
Pretty
a...
much did 0 exercise until I went into the military.
We have a latent cycling bro here in Koopa. Oh, I want that. Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, why can't you be a holy tank if you're going to use that right now?
Hoo hoo hoo. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's a thing. Whatever.
Hard mode is really kicking my butt in this one.
That's the way I prefer to play casually, so I can get more used to the BS and learn how to negotiate it.
I thought it's because you found the game too easy.
Originally, but you know, once they did the difficulty update with the knockback and all that, it did become quite challenging. So I kind of wanted to learn to get used to it.
The main problem is the sheer damage that the enemies do, and they have.
Although, actually, I honestly might prefer the gameplay style because it doesn't, unlike, you're not encouraged to constantly damage boost off of enemies, which I exploited a lot during the tournament because it wasn't on hard mode, so I was able to just gain lots of speed without losing that much health in the grand scheme of things.
Oh god, I forgot which area I was in. Oh please, don't do that to me. Oh cool.
I know you don't like the desert aesthetic either way, but I was mildly curious if you prefer like the Sonoran desert aesthetic where there's a bunch of cacti and other plants and animals.
Haven't been
or
to
if
the
you
Sonora
prefer
Desert,
the
honestly.
Sahara sand dunes where it's like
Yeah, no, it's the
almost
completely literal desert, the deserted desert. I'm not a fan of that. But like I said, it was desert out at Big Bend, and it was it had its own beauty, and I got to see lots of cool animals that some of which I got to catch, some of which I caught in film, in the form of film.
there are jaguars still in the Sonoran Desert, although very, very few of them.
Sorry, what are?
Jaguars.
Are you sure you're not thinking of mountain lions?
There's a lot of those, but there is a very small amount of jaguars that still live in parts of the Sonoran Desert in Arizona, but most of them were driven out when humans entered North America.
Okay.
Because it used to be that jaguars didn't used to be just a jungle creature. They used to be found in deserts and mountains too, all across North and South America, but now they're mostly just in Central and South America, and then there's like a few left in North America, like a couple hundred.
Poor kitties. Wait a minute. No, I know this room. I know the nonsense that he wants from me here. Yup.
Though, in regards to the mountain lions, that does remind me of how mountain lions are an endangered species now in the eastern U.S., but not at all in the rest of the Americas, because they're also in the Andes, of course. But, like, I remember hearing about how the Florida cougar is, like, super endangered or something.
I just got a message detected as spam by a user knoblover123. Sorry, Knob. Maybe rephrase your statement. Knob lover. Glorious.
That sounds like a bot's name, though.
It might be a bot.
I'm not saying it is, it just sounds like it.
No, it doesn't sound like a bot name.
No, it
Sounds like a shitposter name.
Funny.
I'm down with the
It
shitpost.
sounds like it could be either, to be honest.
Either that or someone who really likes horse. From 40k.
Yeah.
Or they're a really big fan of doorknobs for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Like, maybe they're a doorknob collector and they spend like $100 a month collecting luxury doorknobs and different types of doorknobs.
That's oddly specific, but okay.
That reminds me of this old meme I saw of like of like this
Alright, I'm gonna get my ass kicked in here.
This person probably wasn't being serious. They were probably just trolling. But it would be wild if they were serious, because it was this one person
Fucking...
saying like, my family is starving on this message board, and saying, please help me budget. And then he showed his budget, and like he was spending like a mostly normal amount of stuff per month on basically everything except candles, which he was spending like free.
Oh yeah, I remember that meme. That's a great one. Maybe don't spend $40,000 a month on candles, and he says no.
And he said no.
Yeah, that's classic.
No, you have to cut out the food and water. We gotta keep our candle collection, even if it means our family starves.
Okay.
I really hope that.
No,
that
damn
meme
it.
Was just a meme. I do hope no one actually
No.
was stupid or
He's
evil
just
enough to...
Koopa, it's just a shit poster. It's just a guy lining up a joke, inventing a meme.
Welcome to the internet where 99% of this shit posting.
I wish
But
99% of his
people
shit
are getting
posting.
really crazy these days that I have a trouble knowing anymore, because some people are doing things this crazy in real life.
I took a chance at boss number 2 and got killed. So we're gonna go back and give that another try.
Okay,
Be
given
less
that
dumb
it's
about it this time, maybe.
The seed pack, I do have a comment.
What's that?
Hydro pipe tower. I'm not sure if I'm missing an item or it's not passed correctly, because I'm double bomb jumping to get through that.
Hydro pipe tower. I don't. I think I know which room you're talking about. I think you're supposed to use bombs to get to the left there, but I can't remember exactly how.
Wait, is it to get to an item or to a door? Because if it's to get to an item, Smallwatch wants more advanced tricks to be needed to get minor items. Okay, if that, then that's. I think it should be sprinkled.
Normally I wouldn't say anything at all, but because it's this whole, you know, easy, intro friendly and all that crap type pack, that is tend to be a little more.
If it's difficult, then I try not to make it
tournament
required for a door or for a major. Oh,
That's
poop.
actually the rule for the tournament, or at least it is now. I think it always was, but it definitely is now.
Yeah, now we say it's one bomb only.
I did notice that. I was
Now,
going to say
bomb
something about that
jumping
earlier.
is allowed for the runners to do, but it can't be required by a room offer. That's basically.
Obviously,
Well, yeah, if it wasn't allowed, then what's the point of the tournament? That's kind of asinine.
Yeah, a lot of the tournament matches were won by more experienced runners breaking logic and doing advanced tricks like the mid-air morph jump and whatnot.
Well, that's to be expected.
Part of it is because it's sometimes you can trigger them accidentally, so it wouldn't really make sense to ban them, even if you wanted to.
It's kind of hard to ban them.
Yeah, realistically, it would only work if you could actually like just turn them off. But you can't.
Alright, this time I did not get smoked by the boss. Trying to be very careful about what I do. Oh, just handed it to me. I like this room.
I mean, shouldn't you like all of these rooms since you chose them?
But I have my favorites, and this is one of them. This is my favorite iteration, one of my favorite iterations of this particular boss. Oh dear. What the hell? Oh. That's a tough move. I like that.
I agree though, because there are definitely favorites I have both in and outside of Infinite Mission. I think some Infinite Mission rooms look better than others personally.
I was reading Quinn's message and I got assaulted by, guess what, bugs. Yeah, I do like it. Part of it is your mental timing about whether it's appropriate. Oh, Jesus. Whether it's appropriate to actually move. Ugh, God, what a waste of time, man. Does this even go anywhere? Oh, hello. Did I accidentally do that exactly correctly, or did something change in the engine? I do recall if you're, like, rolling through diagonal hallways, often you'll just bounce. I found myself just smoothly going through it even though it was a switchback. So maybe I just happened to accidentally navigate that exactly correctly.
Yeah, in rooms like that, if you snug yourself into the wall and then go down, you won't bounce.
Huh. I'll have to try to remember that. Oh. Oh, jeez. Okay, so... Oh, no, I don't care. Don't care about that. What's the point of this? Oh, I remember. You're a very funny author. I just got trolled.
But it's not an actual troll room, of course, because it wouldn't be an Infinite Mission then.
I just put in the effort for
Between
a
trolling the
missile.
player by going, ah, gotcha, and trolling because, haha, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah,
Depends on the troll.
there's a bit of the distinction between TGIF, TGIFer, which is like extreme TGIF, and then troll is
Should I go for it?
not really established. But all I know is that even in the worst races, troll is always disabled, whatever that means.
I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. I better check it out.
Freaking missile door game.
If there's not a particular upgrade in this area that I'm about to abandon, and I leave it behind, I could just be setting myself up for massive failure. I don't like massive failure. That's a little too much for me. What? How do I keep getting hit by the same enemy twice? Jeez. It's real bad. It's bad mojo.
Oh, by the way, I was curious, Tips, if you've seen the newest updates for AM2R for the new 2.0 update that overhauls the visuals, because it's looking
No.
really nice.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, are you still on the AM2R Discord server?
I am. I don't go there a lot, but I'm a member.
Oh, then all you have to do is just check the announcements tabs and scroll up, basically.
Okay.
There's some really beautiful stuff. Like, AM2R already looked like really nice looking. Like, personally, I prefer it aesthetically to Super Metroid, but that's just me.
Yeah, me too. Hi, Kiba, by the way. Kiba has been a moderator of my channel for 6 years, apparently.
In order to get into less hot water with Nintendo,
Oh god, I hate
the
bugs
new
so much. I
AM2R
hate them so
team
much.
that added the widescreen to AM2R as well. They're basically overhauling the aesthetic of literally everything, pretty much.
I'm leaving.
Except the music. The music is gonna be the same, but
I'm not
all
going
the
out there like a
visuals-
5th time just to hope to get an item. Just forget it.
All the visuals are changed to a completely new style, and it's much more detailed, actually. It looks really good.
Another weird design choice on behalf of the engine is where if there's a downward slope in front of you, you'll walk down the slope, but if there's ever a drop-off, you'll kind of hop forward, which means you'll gain air just by walking forward if there's not a stairwell versus if there is a stairwell. It's just odd. It's counterintuitive. Oh, this
Yeah,
is
I think that's partially because there were no slopes in NES Metroid.
But
Yeah, one of
did
my
I just?
runs, I had to arbitrarily change how I designed my
Ooh.
levels because I needed a hard
I mean, I think there were some
I
ceiling
found-
slope tiles.
I
in
found an
NES
error
Metroid,
tile
but
in
I don't
Hydro
think
Pipe
they actually
Tower.
had slope properties.
Hydro pipe tower.
I
Error
think there were
tile.
some ceiling slopes, but they didn't do anything.
Now where am I going? I think I could just get the hell out of here.
Hello, enemies sitting in your 7th door.
Hello. This is the conversation I imagine you having with the enemy.
You're lucky
I
to
don't
look,
know how to get that.
The doors, and there's an enemy sitting right below it.
Aha. There we are. That's always a fun little reveal, isn't it? There's nothing else here? I got trolled again. I got trolled again. Oh my god. I got trolled into a secret which was just a missile, but getting out of the area that has the missile in it is actually just a pain in the ass. Good.
Finally, one boss down.
Waste of time.
Of course, I got lipstick as my reward. Better than nothing.
Yeah, you just have to assume it's lipstick. But sometimes you get lucky. And sometimes it's really expensive lipstick. Hi, Kiba. Interesting grave. You doing okay, buddy?
Wait, did you just find Kraid? Is that what you're saying?
Huh? You talking to me?
Like, I thought you said interesting.
You said grave.
Grave.
Oh.
He put a grave emoji in my chat, and I haven't died for like 10 minutes. So I don't really understand. Yeah, lipstick is the name that I gave to missiles when I saw their sprite rework in one of the recent updates.
They don't really look like lipstick. They still look like missiles.
They're lipstick.
Oh, they're
Just
totally
you just have to accept it, man. Upgrades to your lipstick launcher.
100% look like lipstick. This lipstick they have little side.
I mean, I think the missile launcher looks like lipstick, but then the missile pickups don't. If that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. They look the same.
No, the missile launchers doesn't have the like tube casing around it.
Oh, what's wrong with having lipstick in a tube? It's the way it's usually served.
It only is.
Okay, please. I just got denied a hazard run because one of those stupid balls just collided with. Decided its trajectory had to intercept me exactly where I got stuck. Okay, so that's no longer possible. Oh, I gotta go through this again. Oh god. Yeah, I'm still not quite used to it. I don't think I love it.
To the new missile design.
Yeah.
But if
Kinda wish it was the older
became
one.
funny, does that not justify everything?
Yeah, I mean, I got a
Yeah,
joke out of it for sure. There's gonna be an item in here, and I'm not gonna love it, so I'm gonna move on.
I mean, I do think there's sort of a good justification for it, which is that I think Vacant Shade is phasing out a lot of the
Well, okay,
sprites
there's a
taken
reason to
directly
change
from
it,
NES
but,
Metroid
you
in
know, I
order
don't
to make
love
it
that.
less likely for Nintendo to go after the game. Now, he could still change the missile design itself to not look like lipstick, but I'm saying the idea of changing it from the NES sprites is
Yeah, sure.
good.
Now, obviously the beam amp is not isn't original. I don't really like that graphic, and I don't like how Samus's head doesn't like bob and sway anymore when she runs. I don't like taking that out. What?
I think the new Samus designs in general are a lot better, but I do agree on that point.
They are better. Oh, here's the room where I completely failed to jump and I just got my ass kicked. Please, please leave me alone, bugs. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. Are you kidding me? In that room where I accidentally missed a jump and got murdered, there was a pretty important major, like, right next to it. I missed out on that? Very cool. Oh, that's so annoying. But hey, that means that at least I can get hit by another enemy.
Bam.
I'm dying, Squirtle.
Squirtle.
My health's so low. Why you health so low? That'll barely help.
Oh, I almost said this earlier, but then I got distracted. It turns out that apparently Phazon's suit is not going to be added to Enigma, but it might be part of like custom worlds if there's a world editor ever added.
Shit room.
But the Phazon substance, apparently, that was shown in the dev preview, that will be added to Enigma, but there won't be any Phazon liquid added to the game. Instead, Phazon will be added as like a block that is just a spike block that doesn't deal knockback back, basically.
Yeah, if you're not gonna add the liquid, I can see why you wouldn't want a Phazon suit. Because Phazon would work better as an environment hazard, but that would be confusing to tell, you know, why isn't my other suit protecting me from this?
Yeah, I think that's, well, he didn't say it's not going to be added. He said it's not going to be added to Enigma, which to me sounds like it would
To me,
only
that
be
means not
worlds.
going to be added. I'm not interested in playing things that aren't Enigma until we get a world builder and people make very nice worlds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If world builder where there's like a Phazon themed world where you can use Phazon suits.
Good. Please be an upgrade. Please be something I can use. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I think I remember
Quinn
you
says if
saying
I get a
you
world
don't think
editor,
spikes
I'll
should
never
not-
sleep again.
spikes should deal knockback to begin with, and I actually do agree on that. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
What happened to your knockback?
Spikes.
Yeah.
They do deal knockback, it just doesn't make much sense that they do.
They've always done knockback in every Metroid game.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. That's a weird thing to do.
Yeah, he's saying it doesn't make sense for
But
regardless
then
of
again-
if other Metroid games do it.
From a gameplay perspective, it's probably more sensible just to have the knockback, because otherwise you're just still standing on the thing that hurt you.
Yeah, but basically he's saying that Vacant Shade will make Phazon as a substance not be like that, where you can still just stand on it while.
Oh god,
slowly
oh god,
draining.
why? Sorry. I just entered a room and didn't realize there were turrets in the wall, and they just started firing at me, and it's very scary. Push the gun to make the bullet go faster. Okay. No, I got shot one time and died. That's cool. I got hit one time and went down. Oh, and I gotta go through all that shit again. Oh, boy, I'm not doing so well today. Get in the hole, stupid. Where is this douche again? This way. Please. Okay, do I go down from here? Yeah, okay. Please don't bombard me with enemies.
All the enemies.
Fully red missiles make them faster. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You paint the missiles red. Oh my god. What? Enough. Enough of the bullets, dude. Okay. Sorry, got a little excited there.
Honestly, I think instead of the speed booster
Yeah.
from Super Metroid, I think it would be preferable if the flash shift from Metroid Dread was added, because that would be a nice speed boost that wouldn't break the game as much.
The,
I
what?
don't think Speed Booster would break
Damn
the
it.
room very much because Speed Booster requires very specific resources in the first place. The problem and why I don't want it is because people are going to be sadistic with their puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at Zero Mission and Fusion. Those games are already really
Thank
sadistic
you.
with
Good
their
lord.
Speed booster puzzles, which is why I've never gotten 100% in either of them, because I don't want to deal with
Lipstick.
them. Thankfully, the speed booster puzzles and aim 2 are actually pretty tame, so I'm fine with them. And they're okay in Dread. I think there's like one in Berenia that I found really obnoxious, but then the rest of them were mostly fine.
All the ones in Dread that I thought were insanely precise and ridiculously hard were because I was missing cross bombs.
I'm bailing.
Same except for the Berenia one. I think that one was just me not being good at speed booster. Or more accurately, Shine Sparky.
'Cause yeah, there was quite a few items I tried to get and I did end up getting that I should not have gotten because it didn't have freaking cross bombs.
Quinn has no interest in the upgrade because it's just run right gameplay. I have some interest because the ability to at least go a little faster some points might be nice, but the issue with that is traditional speed booster doesn't let you go fast until you hit your gauge. So like, for normal platforming, it really doesn't speed things up, and for a very brief hallway, it doesn't speed anything up. So, I don't know, just an overall, like, slight speed boost, like a core that made you a little faster might be nice, but I realize that some rooms are gonna get broken by that. And I got trolled by
Plus,
this room again.
It could.
Congratulations.
Plus, it could be cool if Flash Shift allows you to, like, shift through enemies, as a nice way of dodging them. That would be cool.
I liked Blaggle's idea of the dynamo actually making the cores do slightly more interesting things, rather than just changing the
agree.
cooldown time.
Dynamo's almost useless right now. It's not completely useless, but it's very, very situational. Like, too situational to ever be useful. What I would probably do is actually I would make it so that
Not interested in
I
that
would
room.
make it so
Sorry.
that Aegis Core gives the free times invincibility again like it used to, in addition to the no knockback. If you get Dynamo, I mean.
I disagree with that. I think you're on the right track, but I kind of thought that the old Aegis was too powerful because 3 times invincibility was way too much. I was petitioning to get it to 2 times.
Because they went too far the other direction.
But I like the idea. Maybe if Aegis stayed the way it is, but if you had the Dynamo, it became what it does plus like an additional 20-25% invincibility time. That'd be a minor upgrade that's not game breaking.
I don't think I could even notice that, to be honest.
Maybe 50% extra time. But the 3 times
personally, I would
invincibility
think it
was
would be
insane.
fine. I would prefer Dynamo be overpowered to it not being useless, to be honest.
I would rather it be underwhelming than overpowered, because overpowered means exploitable. That's just me from a game design perspective. Alright, what is this stupid thing we're looking at?
Well, one idea I was having for Chrono Core being more interesting if you have Dynamo, and I don't know if any other really cool ideas for Chrono Core would be if it affected crumble blocks, which would, yes, mean you could choose a bunch of stuff, but it would also be kind of cool. But I don't know, maybe that
Oh,
is
no
too
shit.
powerful.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Does this take me somewhere where I need to go? Yes, I think it does. I discovered an elevator, guys. And I already knew what room I'd show up in, and it's a great
So
room.
come to think of it, I forget where you left off after you last played Dread.
It was some Emmy that was pissing me off too much, so I just kind of noped out of there. Okay, so
I do think. Wait, no, I do remember you beat Kraid, so I know that at least.
I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I did beat Kraid.
Kraid was pretty hard in Dread, actually.
I don't remember him being that hard. I remember one Emmy just pissing me off. Like, the Emmy's getting not increasingly, like, challenging, but increasingly stupid.
Yeah, I don't really like the one that can freeze you from a distance. That one was annoying.
That was annoying. What was also annoying is when I figured out the solution, but I got trolled by the shape of the room into thinking that I could actually do the thing I needed to do. Like, you know, anybody who hasn't played Dread, the whole idea is that you gotta pepper the things with a rapid fire shot before you can take them out. And I was being pursued by this thing in a looped room, and I found a station where I could stand and just shoot at them, but it just barely wasn't enough, although it just barely looked like it was enough, and you weren't, like, intended to be at that specific position in order to pepper them with enough of the rapid shot.
Precise,
Yeah, but the point is, it reads to the player as though that's what you're supposed to do, so I did it, and I spent like 15 minutes trying to like perfect it, only to realize it's a different part of the room I think they wanted you to go to. So that was the first negative experience I had with the Emmys, but then later, there were places where I'm like, okay, I just got killed. Do I have to try to stealth past this thing? No, because it kills you. I'm like, okay, well, you gotta go as fast as you can. So I go as fast as I can, and it kills you. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, the two extremes don't work here. So, like, it's not being correctly communicated to the player. It's a little too ambiguous, especially when the whole point is, don't get me wrong, I like the idea of a creature pursuing you. This really is something that I appreciate from, like, a conceptual standpoint. But the issue is that the thing is fast, which means you can't see a lot of the screen at one time. So it can just pop out of nowhere, and you don't have enough information on screen to know where to go to get away in time for it. So it's like, it's a little much.
If that's the case, you might actually like, although I will note it is pretty difficult, the X Fusion ROM hack for Super Metroid. It's basically a Metroid Fusion-esque ROM hack for Super Metroid. It's not a remake of Fusion. Like, the world layout is almost completely different. It's just set in the same place as Fusion and has a similar but not identical plot. and some of the same bosses and stuff.
I heard, I was excited for Metroid 5, worked double shift to be able to get it day of, and I played it like an hour. I played it for more than an hour. I did like a lot of the things they did, but it got to the point where some of the ME battles were just stupid rather than clever. Annoying, I generally don't like trial and error gameplay. And that really felt like what it became.
That's 100%.
I will note, I think Fusion has the same problem and does it worse in regards to trial and error gameplay, because there were actually quite a few puzzles, despite how
Just found Dynamo, by the way.
where the puzzles were super obscure, so obscure that I had to actually just look up the answer, and I never had that problem with any of the more open-ended Metroid games, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, additionally, I don't love the quick time stuff, but I see what they're doing there. It's a form of storytelling. I'll just kind of like...
And it does make
whatever.
Samus look like a badass.
It does. But that reminds me, it's like the core philosophy of the Sonic game where, you know, you should at least be going fast for some of it, but in many cases, if you give full control of the player to go fast, they can run into enemies and that could screw the whole thing up and they don't have enough reaction time. But the solution to that is to just take control from the player, in which case it's just a set piece. I've actually gotten this item for the first time ever. I wasn't thinking about how this room is a waste of time, and I just fucking picked up an item that I normally wouldn't. Poop and Dookie.
Sections are basically pulled forward now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, they went too far.
They
in
try
the
to
other
spice it up by
direction
having,
with
like,
the
obstacle
Sonic
courses, but...
games where, like Sonic Forces, for instance, except for like a few annoying levels at the end, from what I've heard, Sonic Forces, which came out in 2017, is basically hold the boost button the game. Like it's so like literally they're just every level is just a straight line.
That's
and
what I
it's,
keep
like,
hearing. This is part of the
ABC.
reason why I prefer the old Sonic. By Sonic 3, they seem to have really figured out the balance for how much speed you should need to, like, how much control takes away from you and for how long, and then what percentage of the game to allocate to that. Because it does, when you do it, it does feel good and it looks cool, and it doesn't take control away from you just long enough to realize that you're not playing the game anymore, for the most part.
There are
One
actually
quick
two
whip through a
really
tree or
fun,
something?
or pretty fun.
Oh, hey,
Maybe
Bam.
not really fun is
Shit,
the right way to
not
say
this
it.
room.
They're pretty fun Sonic fan games that are good examples of modern Sonic 3D games that are done well, and they would be Sonic Encore and Sonic GT, because they don't have the boosting. Instead, they have like really open-ended and not really linear maps, but they also have like momentum-based physics where like you can roll down slopes and reach absurd velocities and launch yourself into the heavens. So I find that fun.
You can also do
I
that in real
understand
life
if
with a
you're
shopping
not
cart if you
interested
set
just
yourself
because
up
of the modern
correctly.
Sonic design, but I'd still check it out if you're curious.
I mostly don't like Sonic because the games are buggy as crap.
Luckily, the old stuff, like the old like I keep seeming like I'm just a purist on this stuff or just can't accept the new stuff, and maybe I can't,
mostly
but like the
prefer them
old stuff
too.
I love.
I have beaten
Sonic 1's a
I
little
have
shaky,
beat-
but
Actually, no,
I
I
like
never
2 and
beat
3.
Lost World, but I beat most of it. I liked Lost World.
When I say old, I mean
Lost
Genesis
World
era.
was actually, gameplay-wise, pretty similar to the old Sonic in ways. Like, half of the levels were 2D.
Cool, that's a dead end. I love that.
A lot of people dog on Sonic Lost World because it kind of copies the Mario aesthetic, and yeah, that's true, but I felt like the gameplay was pretty fun, personally.
Ugh.
And then the other one was Generation, but half of Generation is just classic Sonic, but with the 3D aesthetic.
Yeah. I also like the design of classic Sonic more. I like his little bulbous gut. He looks more cheerful. I did not like what they did in Sonic Adventure to his design. Holy shit, I forgot I had this upgrade. I'm a dumbass.
Well,
I'm a
to be fair,
dumbass.
Classic Sonic in the Genesis games looks a little bit different from Classic Sonic in Sonic Generations and Sonic
So
Forces,
embarrassing.
but it's mostly the same.
I had Screw Attack this entire time, and I have not been using it. I've been dying.
What I was about to say is that you are actually quite in luck, because there's like an absolute ton of, like, probably more than the other way around. There's Sonic fan games are based off of Classic Sonic and use the Classic Sonic design aesthetic and the gameplay.
Hello,
And a lot of
YouTube.
them are really good. Like, some of them are on par with the Genesis games, or better than some of them, like
That's nice.
Triple Trouble 16-bit, for instance.
Yeah, 16-bit Triple Trouble kicked a lot of ass, and I love it. It is the definitive way to play that game.
I don't think I ever beat
Yeah, you're the
Triple
first person to
Trouble
say anything on
original.
YouTube, so... How's it going, Naki? What the... What is this room? How do you
But
proceed?
the thing is, that's not all, Tibbs, because there's also a bunch of other classic Sonic fan games that also kick a bunch of ass, like... Although a lot of them are still work in progress,
dick?
but some of them are finished. There's Sonic and the Fallen Star, Sonic I'm
Oh.
Twisted... There's Sonic
God.
Overture, there's Sonic Oral, there's Sonic Legends, there's all sorts of really good ones.
I'm sure. I played Robo Blast 2. I played that, the last time I played that I think it was like 2012, and it's undergone tons of updates since then.
It actually has like a massive modding community too, like it has more mods than most official Sonic games. And like a lot of them add new characters
surprising.
or new stages, all on 3D. One of them even turned into its own game, which was Sonic Robo Blast 2, and
I
then,
know the racing, right?
yeah, and
the
then
kart
it then
racing?
was
Oh,
the
yeah.
sequel, which was Dr. Robotnik's Ren Racers, which is actually a really fun racing game.
Does he ever get back into the Mean Bean business, by the way? Did any modders bring that back?
Yes, actually, someone decided to make a Mean Bean Machine fan game. That
I was
has, like, all
joking,
sorts of new
but I
levels
should have
and
known
a new
better.
Aesthetic and whatnot. So even that was brought back.
Alright, calm down.
So I don't know if you want to play it, because I don't know if you care about Mean Bean Machine.
I don't really give that much of a damn. I mean, there are probably a lot of fan games that I would play that I'm not going to, because just my plate is so full.
I do hope you get around to playing that Mega Man Game Boy
Mega Man Text
Mega Man
Preparer.
5 Game Boy remake in the style of Mega Man 7.
Is that out?
I don't know, but I'll have to check.
I will absolutely play that because I love the Mega Man 7 style. Well, I like the Mega Man 7 style, but I love Mega Man 5 Game Boy. What is this effing room? What is this? Oh, I'm actually worried.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying, didn't you say like Mega Man 7 was actually your favorite?
No. Sorry, that wasn't answering your question. It's just realizing I'm in a bit of trouble here, guys.
Yeah, I understand. Have you found the final boss?
I may have. And it may be a bit scary. Shit. Oh, I got turds coming at my face.
Took like 30 minutes trying to find Mother Brain.
Funnily enough, Tibbs, last time I was thinking about Mega Man was actually when I saw that part of that video that was like going on about how that was ranking every classic Mega Man upgrade, and it said
Oh, I
that-
remember that.
It said that the Shuriken or something from like Mega Man 3.
Yeah,
was
Mega Man
better
3's
than-
Shadow Blade is is better than Metal Blade, and I was just like, anybody who understands the old Mega Man games will know that that's just nonsense. And by better, I don't mean better design, because it is much better designed than Metal Blade, but like as a strength of a weapon, it's just unbeatable. Good game, by the way. Holy shit.
I think it might have been in relation to the difficulty of the Mega Man game, but even then I wouldn't say that's accurate.
Oh wait, Lionheart beat me by 3 minutes. All the stupid faffing about I did.
Yeah, like
Cost
I
me.
said, I wasted a lot of time trying to find Torian. I found the elevator that was not Torian.
Yeah, I found it on the scanner and kind of beelined it for it. But man, I think I explored all of Torian, just like you.
I actually didn't explore that much of Torian. I explored everything else.
Not trying to be a grognard, says Quinn, but you spend 20 years playing a style of game, you want to keep so much to it. Yeah, there's a familiarity attached to it, and this actually comes back to the Minecraft thing, because when they did the texture update, there were so many players being like, the old one's better. And no, it wasn't better. It wasn't better. There are a couple of textures that I may prefer from the old version, but the vast majority of them are just better. Like,
Well,
so the hypothetical that I put forth is, imagine, hold on.
Also, there's
Imagine-
no objectivity in matters of taste.
Well, wait. Put it this way. Imagine that the textures that they're using now are the textures that the game originally shipped with, and then they switched them over to the ones that they actually originally shipped with. People would think that the devs went insane. They'd be like,
most
why
people
did they
would. There's probably
downgrade these
people
graphics?
who
Everybody would
prefer
think they'd
them
lost their
because
minds.
There's always going to be a few outliers.
Yeah, well, okay, but you know what I mean by everyone. It's not a literal statement, it's a rhetorical statement. But the overwhelming majority of people would be like, this is actually bad, and I would agree with them. The only good criticism I've seen from people about the new textures is they make certain things feel smoothed over in ways that isn't quite as nice.
The one that always I get stuck on is the netherrack texture, because for some, I do not understand anyone who likes the old netherrack texture. I think a lot of them just say you're not supposed to like it because the nether is supposed to be hell.
Right,
like,
well, it is a game and it should be
The nether is still
enjoyable.
super difficult in the newest version of the game. The texture doesn't need to look ugly for that to be the case.
Exactly. Negative human emotions can be the goal of certain games, like fear and confusion sometimes, but ugly, not so much, unless it's meant to like disgust you, like in Dark Souls or something. But just a bad aesthetic that doesn't make you feel so good. It's not a good idea generally to do that, even if you're trying to go for something that's supposed to be an oppressive atmosphere.
Game and it's like there's body horror or something, then there's a good reason. But
body horror serves
isn't
a
a
very,
horror
very
game.
precise purpose. But even in a horror game, like making something look not good to look at as opposed to good to look at but horrifying. I think that I don't know if I'm making myself making any sense. But in any case,
there's some things that like look very nice and detailed, but also are kind of creepy and horrifying.
yeah.
And then there's some things that are kind of creepy, but for like the wrong reasons, like certain like there's those Garten of Ban games that are meant to be horror games, and most of the characters just look really ugly in them because they use like this plastic, like weird, like super cartoony aesthetic that doesn't fit at all for a horror game.
Right. Well, gee whiz, guys. That was a blast. It was nice to actually get back into this. I said this to Coop a couple of times, but there were a handful of weekends where I was ready, willing, and able, and he just simply didn't host the race. So I could have, if I'm looking at this, like, the last time that I streamed was this race thing was January. There have been a few times in between that they just didn't materialize just because he didn't host the race, but oh well. I'm going to take off then and make dinner or something. It's 5:30? Okay. So thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it was...
I don't know if it will be your last.
Do you want to raid a target? Sure, I'll raid a target, Kiba. Can you set that up? Must be why you haven't been showing up in my feed. Something also... Okay, your message, No Eyes on YouTube, is the first one I saw. So something might be screwed up. All my settings were wrong in OBS. Like, they all got... Yeah, okay, so we have... Yeah. Okay, so... I just tabbed over, and yeah, I see messages that I didn't see because they're not being accumulated properly. Yeah, oh no. The problem was that everything in my OBS got not wiped, but like reset, so like I wasn't properly seeing the combined chats, so I managed to only watch Twitch. I'm sorry. There's a guy named Memory Leaked that says, I forgot lipstick as well to Quinn. I looked like the community guy that was working on a build server stopped his deving. I don't think you're reading YouTube. I want to be the guy gameplay. Really like the new enemy locked room display. Sorry, Memory Leaked. And then IOA21 says, as much as I love Muse rooms, the Hive set is super over the top. Okay, but I use a collection of the Hive rooms.
Yeah.
Girl named Memory Leaked. Oops,
I
my
actually
bad.
like
Sorry,
the
girl
Hive
named Memory
aesthetic
Leaked.
a lot. I don't like some of the spider
Rando named
rooms
Memory
that
Leaked.
are the mazes. I hate those.
Yeah, so I like the Hive rooms, but I don't include the maze ones because I know what Mew was going for,
Right.
and it drives me nuts.
Okay,
That's my
well,
YouTube. Oh,
I
gotcha.
would have won this race.
I think even it drives Mew nuts. Actually, she doesn't even like it. In fact, she was actually happy when I told her that the area can generate with no repeats without any of the hive maze rooms. In fact, it actually generates easier because they don't take up as much space. Because she's tired of the entire area being that one room, but different
Right.
variations.
Yeah, I
see
bet
what it is.
you would really benefit from if the engine got an update where you could have a single room that contained multiple variations of itself, or you can flag multiple variations as the same room.
Yeah,
That would be really great
106,
from you.
106.27.
Hello.
Yeah, 106.27.
Yeah, congrats, I guess.
Yeah.
Well done. Well
Should've
done.
won this- Thank you.
If you can hear me clap my
Legendary
hands, you
voice
can't
that
see
I'm
it
not
'cause
gonna get.
my VTuber doesn't support that.
Almost
Well, I don't.
done.
I don't give a
needed
shit
to
about
find
points myself.
I lost time trying to push Wreck Ship without barrier. Thinking
I didn't even go to Wreck Ship actually.
Wreck Ship at Screw Attack.
Well, now I'm regretting not going to Wreck Ship because
Right
I'm
at the elevator. Right at the elevator.
Is there somebody still racing?
Yeah, Koopa.
Me,
Oh,
I have Crystal
Gotcha.
Core, and
Yeah,
what
that's-
is
I
allowed
got the
by
Screw
wish I
Attack.
had
I-
Crystal Core. What was
the
Crystal
ship
Core?
was pointing at.
Crystal Core was in Porian. Crystal Core was in the. It was in the Arcus power conduit
Okay.
room by Frio.
Oh, that, okay. I think
The-
I skipped it.
The ship hint was pointing at wrecked ship's entrance, and I knew which room that was. I'm like, oh, there's a major there. Might as well go see what it is. Maybe I'll need it. I didn't need it, but it was very nice to have. I got Screw Attack, and I just left because I knew where Turian was. I'm like, it does not look to me like wrecked ship is going to lead to Turian. So I left.
Well, that was the right call because it saves a lot of time, and it's the reason I've lost is because I forgot to check the scanned item, even though I had it scanned.
Had I stuck around in Parade,
Aki,
I
gotcha.
didn't find Ridley right away.
Memory leaked is Aki.
I would have
That
tried
makes more
Ridley
sense.
with what I had, which would have been bad because I spent the first 30 minutes with no E-Tex. That was fun.
Anyway, GG, I finally finished.
Hey, the boy's out! Hooray! Another handless clap! Hooray! What's the sound of 0 hands clapping? It's this. All right, I'm gonna finally take off, so you guys don't have to hear this music anymore. I'm so glad you stopped by. Maybe I'll get to streaming more often because I have been working on my projects. I have a lot of stuff coming down the pipe, and I've just not had time to stream or the interest to stream. But you know, I thought a little bit of Metroid would take the pain away. But
You do
see you
more
guys.
with a pipe than smoke?
No comment. Well, see you guys next time. Have a good one.